hello from me, Lazarus IDE. Welcome to the next lesson in the course. Introduction to Lazarus IDE. We are currently reviewing my second book. Introduction to Lazarus IDE Part 2. I'm opening its page. And we're still in Section 1, Components in the Lazarus IDE add-on, and we've reached Chapter 4, where last time we covered Point 3, and now we'll cover Point 4, Components for working with HTML from the palette. IPro bar. Let's open the PDF file. In the Lazarus IDE, the IPro tab, here in the ribbons, contains a list of Lazarus component libraries components, related to Internet access. These are the 4 components. We'll introduce them briefly. And just to say that this lesson will be the theoretical part, and in the next one we will show a practical program with all of these components. We start with the IPHtmlPanel component. This is a component that allows to visually display an HTML document content in our application. It provides us with the ability to render HTML pages. It supports basic HTML tags, but there is a problem with CSS. Most CSS styles in it don't work, making it unsuitable for displaying HTML pages and snippets. Its main features are visualization of HTML content directly in the application, supports HTML base with color tags. Also integration with components from the IPro package for extended functionality. It does not support or implement CSS styles. The next component is TIPHtmlDataProvider. This is a component that is used as an interface between the HTML panel and the Internet only via HTTP protocol, but without HTTPS, which is not good, because there are very few pages on the Internet without HTTPS, the secure protocol. It basically provides for loading HTML content and resources. It can also handle requests for images and other files, by downloading them from the Internet. Its main features are HTML loading, request processing, HTML panel integration, but it doesn't work with the HTTPS protocol, which practically means that very few sites you can open with it. Next is the TIPHtmlDataProvider component. This is a component that performs the function of an interface between the HTML panel and the file system. It processes files that are necessary for the correct loading of HTML content. Main features: loads local files and renders them in the HTML panel, handles requests for completed resources. The fourth component, this is the TIPHtmlDataProvider component, which should combine the functionality of the HTTPDataProvider and the File Data Provider, plus loading image files into related HTML resources. Yes, but unfortunately, this component is not completely finished, because at the time the direct loading of HTML pages in it does not work. And there is no information about it in the Lazarus Wiki. It is colored red. It only says that it should serve as an interface between the HTML panel and the page. Here is the information about it in Free Pascal and Lazarus Wiki. Here you see its main features. As they should be, provides an interface for loading local files, an interface for loading HTML content that currently does not work directly, but through additional means. Can load files containing images, can work with Lazarus IDE resources or load them. I'm going to add another component, although it's not in this ribbon, which works with HTML code. This is Exporter HTML. This is a component from the TSynEdit ribbon that we looked at last time. It is intended for exporting the contents of the TSynEdit component, and other syntactically highlighting text editors, in HTML format. This allows users to save edited code or text with all syntactic details and formatting, which can be opened in web browsers. Key features: supports syntax highlighting of HTML format, preserves formatted colors and styles, supports color schemes, color customization, and CSS highlighting. So, that's it for now for this tutorial. Just to share with you, that I had a very hard time finding information about all these components. It was extremely complicated and difficult to make this chapter, but thank God, we did it. And that's all I can say for now. Next time I'll show you a program with all of these components. That's all for this tutorial. Best regards.